Welcome back, everybody, to Three Kobolds Gaming, where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And we finally, after a little bit of a break, get to continue our Heroes of Absalom main campaign.
But
Yes.
How's everybody doing?
We have settled the blood feud that has prevented the five of us from being together. We have resolved our differences.
I
We're gonna
won,
play some games.
obviously.
Yeah,
course.
EG won.
The expected resolution was reached. We just had to get through the process to get there. So here we are. I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very happy to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward.
We left on a weird note, so I'm ready
Yeah,
to keep
I'm excited
the
what
line.
other information we can juice out of this brain friend that we have.
Yeah, that brain.
Depends on the implement you use to juice it, I suppose.
And I don't know about you guys, but I am playing in, I guess, like 2.5 going on 3.5 different RPG campaigns. And aside from like the one stream that we did last week, I haven't played any of those in like a month. Like they're like recurring
Yeah.
weekly
The way it goes.
obligations of
Yeah.
mine, and
That's the
like
way it goes.
the past 5 weeks has been a freaking desert. Just like it got a little warm outside, and everyone was like, "See ya, I'm out," and then they just like bailed on me. So
I haven't played Pathfinder 1st Edition in over a month, which is the first time that's happened in
usually weekly. Yeah.
years. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I guess the other three people in Jack's Rise of the Rune Lords campaign decided that I don't know, they hate us or something.
Yeah, they're busy or something or whatever. Yeah.
But it is good to be back. We again super appreciate Meg for stepping up not once but twice to fill in.
Thank you, Meg. We love
Shout
you.
out, Meg.
But we also,
Or at least I do. It might be a little soon for everybody else, but
Yeah. But we also did take a week there as well, just to get some stuff sorted out. But we're back. We're ready for action. Ready to tell some Pathfinder stories. Speaking of spinning yarns, does anyone have a recap that they'd like to throw out there of what we did last time? See what you all remember.
We have a cauldron.
we do. Christopher the Walking Cauldron.
Wait. Guess just skip it straight to the cauldron. Crazy people. Alright, so we discovered Bastro, right? He is now
Astro is
Yeah.
a changed man. So
some sort of horrifying monster creature.
We
that now
battled the
have to
spider seer
work with.
dude.
Yep, fought the seer. Some of you were
Defeated him.
cursed by him.
Yeah.
Or, I actually don't know if it had a gender.
Oski and TT are
Yep.
cursed.
We found that after that a couple cool magical items. We found the statues that we fought in that
The
Church
two-
of Aerodin. We found
Yeah,
the
the-
real ones.
The mini
That's right.
non-magical statues.
Yeah,
that's
the ones
right.
they replaced with the animated statues.
Which
And that's when we
hid
uncovered-
behind them the Christopher the Walking
Christopher,
Cauldron.
the walking cauldron.
Love that name so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Apparently, there's also another door back there that we need to explore.
And we talked with the brain in a
Yeah.
cylinder.
We attached all of the thingamajiggies to the brain pod, so now we can communicate with him.
His name again?
Reginald.
Reginald. Yeah.
Reginald. Something.
Well, none of us are gonna know his full name ever.
I don't know. Like,
None of us are gonna know his name.
It's
full name
not
ever.
Reginald Van Kaskerskin. He was the first Reginald that you met, the editor and
Oh my god,
owner-
that wasn't Reginald. That's right.
Yeah, I know.
the editor and owner of Ives on Absalom.
Yeah.
The
Editor and owner of the OAN network.
Sure. Sure. No, this would be Reginald Cornelius McAllister the Seventh, who was at one point the ninth High Curator of the College of Mysteries.
Wow. How
Wow.
old is he? He's like
Indeed.
multiple thousands of years old.
He's old.
Yeah.
He was in like 500.
Yeah, a few generations removed from the founding of Absalom, which
Yeah.
is
Crazy.
Thousands of years ago. Yeah.
yeah, a while. Yeah,
Oh,
that- I mean,
definitely not the same Reginald as Van Kaskerkin.
considering
Wait,
the fact that
that's-
you've met,
That's the twist of the end of book 2.
We haven't seen the both of them in the same room. It's
Yeah, Reginald Van Kaskerkin
Really
takes the brain out of the cylinder and just puts it in his
yeah,
head.
now you've got to take the brain. Where did you meet him? Did you meet him in the House of the Plains?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
take the brain to the House of the Plains.
Chilling.
To check your
If
hypothesis.
for nothing else but a good time. I mean, that guy's
Yeah.
been trapped in the cylinder for thousands of years. He deserves a beer. You know what I mean? Like, that's the least we can do.
Just soak him in it.
Ah, that's good stuff. So it's an IPA.
You all successfully defeated the seer. Still not really sure what's going on with that guy. But you did find the walking cauldron. You did find the brain in a jar, brain in a cylinder, technically, and the varying apparatus to allow Reginald to speak, hear, and see. And you spoke with him a little bit. Apparently, this guy was obsessed, the seer was obsessed with making the perfect flesh warp. And was attempting to basically coax secrets of enchantment magic out of Reginald to be able to fix the brains, the minds of the creatures that he was flesh warping, because he was running into this issue where the bodies were going fine because he's a freaking necromancer. He was good on the bodies. It was the resulting mind that was left in them that was usually messed up when he was done with them. But
does this mean that like Bastro is his like ultimate creation? Because Bastro,
I think I'm the perfect flesh warp. Yeah.
Yeah, because like you
Yeah.
seem, besides the fact that you're a horrifying monster, you seem like a functioning humanoid. Or you know,
Yeah, I'm just talking to my bird. Nothing unusual about that.
That's like the
Everything's
least
normal.
weird magical thing you've done in the last like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And as far as anyone is aware, Bastro's mind has not yet been locked and trapped in a variety of enchantment magics. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Good thing to keep an eye out for sure.
But again, still not entirely sure what's going on with that. And you know what? Why don't we just go back to the map? So we
It's
can
a real
get
like Wolverine
an idea.
origin story. It's a very like Weapon X kind of thing for any Marvel fans out there.
Let's see here. That would be the map.
So what you're telling me is Bastro was actually Deadpool?
Yeah,
Sounds like it, except I'm not healing right away.
that's what I picked up on.
Here we go. Map.
Map.
But I'm exerting pure magic. So that's
Oh, it's like a big door to the north.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell.
Oh yeah, like I did not see
for
that at
sure.
all. Okay, but it's a relatively big door.
It is like an arched doorway, double door.
That's a door right there.
wow.
Yeah.
Did not even see that the first time around.
I realize that now that it's difficult to see. But you know,
This like red thing to the right of the not pentagram, however many pointed gram that is. That's like a banner of some sorts, right?
yes,
Ashok
it's,
cut out the image of the Skin Saw Man from
Right.
that banner.
That's right. That's right. That okay.
it was a red banner emblazoned with the symbol of the skin saw. But yes, you do find two identical, albeit smaller, statues that did not animate. You rummaged through the nest of this creature here. Its dead body still laying in the corner there. You've got Reginald in hand. I believe Bastro was the one working with the actual cylinder. What would you all like to do?
I would like to perform an autopsy on the seer, please. With
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. I don't know how to do
roll a
that.
medicine.
We feel pretty confident that we have searched
Untrained
these-
improvisation.
We've
true.
searched these two rooms to our fullest extent, right? I think we said we took a lot of time to really comb over everything.
Yeah, we could say that.
Okay. We did have a few other magic items on the to-do list
Mhm.
to identify. I think that would be probably what Bastro is most attentive to. Just to remind
Yeah.
people who aren't looking at the loot sheet like I am. But perhaps once we've identified those items and we know what we're working with, we can investigate this last door, see if there's anything else we can pilfer from this creature.
Let me take a look then, and Bastard will take however much time he needs.
Yeah, go ahead.
I
and roll
can
medicine.
I can try to identify one of them.
There are only
now.
two things I think left. There's a magic
There's the
lantern
third
and a potion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a craft for the potion and a whatever relevant magical skill you have for the lantern.
I have a +9 for craft. I'll do that one.
Okay.
Arcana it is. That is a 25.
25. And
Yeah.
on the craft?
With cocked. 22 for crafting.
Nice.
Do
roll.
you remember which two of those 3 potions you had already identified?
We have
The Juggernaut Mutagen and the Sinew Shock Serum.
yeah.
It is a Winter Wolf elixir. I'm just double checking what level.
Oh, we saw one of those in the PFS thing.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yes, it is a moderate, or excuse me, a lesser. A lesser. So the elixir warms your core and improves your circulation. You are protected from the effects of severe cold. Winter
Toss
Wolf
that in bag of holding
elixir.
for later use.
Sounds good.
Lesser.
In a Lancerino.
The lantern. It is what is known as a Queasy lantern.
What?
Okay.
This bullseye lantern is wrapped in decrepit leather skin. If unhooded, it constantly emits a 60-foot cone of light and a further 60-foot cone of dim light.
Oh,
You can
wow.
choose to close or open internal shutters with an interact action. For 2 activate actions, 2 interact actions, you can once per day slide in a magical lens that causes the lantern to emit a pale green light and aim the lantern. All creatures in the 60-foot cone of bright light, but not the dim, must attempt a DC 23 Fortitude save, and upon failure become sickened 1 or 2 on a critical failure. The light then reverts to normal as the lens slides out of place.
Is the lens like in it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a button you press, the lens slides into it,
Right.
activates, and then pops back out.
Gotcha.
And you said
That's
it's
pretty
made
cool.
of leather skin.
It is a regular bullseye lantern, so it's made out of metal, but it is wrapped, like the hood of the lantern is wrapped in raggedy leather.
That sucks. That's less than cool.
I mean, it's functionally pretty cool. However, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great item. I don't want to deal with it as a character. I don't want to touch
Bastro,
that.
how do you feel about this?
I don't really
sort of
want to put my
vibe now.
hands. Don't want to put my hands on loose skin. I already feel like I lost a lot of mine, so.
That's
Well,
fair
maybe
enough.
this is some of it back. Look,
Ambassador like doubles over a little bit. He's like stumbling around a little bit.
It looks like it has a tattoo. Bastard, that looks like the tattoo you used to have.
My
oh
bird.
my god,
tattoo.
I'm blind.
Is that the butterfly from your upper mid back?
Got that with my first week here in Absalom.
18 years old and a dream.
I'm gonna become a fancy witch one day.
I'll be an actress. Sorry, we're getting dark. We're getting weird.
I'll make it, Mama. You'll see.
I mean,
Maybe-
this thing will be very useful at the opening stages of a combat for someone who can carry it. You know, it's basically like casting a light spell or something, but it can do something else with 2 actions at the start. You know, AoE sickened on the enemies before we run in. Someone should definitely carry this thing, but it will definitely not be me.
Not it.
Ambassador's going to just kind of like hold one hand to his mouth, and he'll like reach out to take the lantern.
Attaboy.
Proud of
Because
you.
you can pretty much fight with one hand, right?
Correct.
Okay. So even if you were like carrying this thing and then blast it and then drop it, like
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's the plan basically.
Yeah. Is it fragile? Like, will it break if we drop it on the ground?
It's a solid metal lantern.
Cool.
Give it a
All right.
little break. It's also like extremely magical, so
Yeah, sure.
Gross.
I am also not exactly feeling my strongest. I've definitely been better, and looks like Sheethra's a bit banged up as well.
Oski, if you wanted to take, they had to do 10 minutes to identify if
Yeah.
you wanted to refocus during
And
that
that-
time.
Could I have done
Yes,
that while
I
I
have.
was identifying?
And no focus back.
I suppose that makes sense for you now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down a fair amount of hit points, both myself and Sheethra.
You get a. Sorry, hold on.
Ladies first, lizards last.
I'll cast my life boost hex on not Oski. Kit.
Shock.
You got it. You got
Shock.
it.
Yeah.
If you would.
We got there. We got
It's been a month.
I almost said shark. I was like, wait, he's
Wait.
gone.
We do not accept
And that
shark.
wasn't
Oh,
him
God.
either.
How much is that?
Yeah, I'm looking that up. Give me one
It's
second.
4
32, I think.
for 4 for
Yeah,
6 rounds.
It
Something like that.
is 32. It's healing twice the spell level for 4 rounds. So 8 times 4, 32. Yeah.
Give me 32 hit points with one hex cantrip? Or it's,
Yep.
it's a hex spell.
It's also
Extra.
over the course of.
It's
Right,
a level,
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
level
yeah.
4 hex now.
Out of combat now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, Shock's fine now, and then I just need heal for Sheethra, and then we're chilling.
So needy.
My
Oski stumbles back into the room. I think he left because he was like freaking out about this curse. And he stumbles back into the room.
Oh yeah, you're like mad hungry. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and his bag is like it's open, and all of his rations are gone. All of them. It's like a week's worth of food that he just ate. And he looks awful. I'm mechanically still fatigued. Will, I have on my character sheet written fatigued until the curse is gone.
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping that was incorrect, but here we are. And he just sort of stumbles and sits down and says, I need a few more minutes to get my power back and refocus, but I'll be ready to move on soon. But he's clearly not doing great. So I'd
And
like to spend 10 more to refocus if possible.
So refocus.
And I'm still ancient at the moment, am I not?
Not ancient.
Oh, that's
Decidedly-
right. You got
decidedly
like
middle-aged.
aged.
Which Twinkle Toes that's ancient.
You both.
Yeah, Oski.
Both
Go ahead.
curses were identified. Twinkletoes, yours will run out in 24 hours. Oski, yours lasts a week unless otherwise taken care of.
Yeah, that sucks. And it's just a D4 of damage I take each subsequent day, right?
A D4 of damage that
Permanent.
cannot be healed
Like ever, or until the curse is
until
gone?
the
the curse
curse
is
ends.
gone.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm permanently nerfing your health pool.
Dude,
I thought that's what you were doing.
don't
I
know.
thought,
Yeah, not
well,
a
youngsters, shall we keep on moving and look through this here archway?
So how much healing can I get from Osk onto Sheethra? If any.
Oh, are we still? Sorry, I didn't know we were still doing that. Okay. Yeah. Oski will come over, and before starting that refocus, we'll dish out a lay on hands. It's 24 HP. So
Okay.
I'm gonna need 20 minutes then to get my focus points back.
Yeah, she's 64 of 71 now, so she should be fine. Sheethra.
64 of 71. Okay.
Also, Oski, Sheethra's looking a little hungry, so if you had any snacks in there, then she would appreciate it. Maybe some
You
beef
see,
jerky. or-
Oski looking at Sheethra like he's hungry, and he's like, I've got nothing. I'm sorry.
Usually you're good for like a chocolate chip cookie or something, but you know,
There's some
I guess.
drool going down his mouth.
All right. I guess I'll plan better and pack some more jerky stick in my bag. But okay, we can move on. It's fine.
He's currently picturing Sheethra just turning
Over a Spitfire.
spit. Yeah.
some crocodile soup that he's cooking up.
You see like this the bubble boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
You
Let's
taking a
go.
look at the door.
Let's do it. Yeah. I'll perception
Alright.
that, John. I got a 21 perception for you.
21. Were you looking for traps?
No, that's a general perception.
Okay.
That's a listening. I will also trap check though.
I'm looking for traps.
But I guess it's a double door. You can do that. for sure.
25.
As
Nice.
far as you're aware, there are no traps. You're taking a look at it. It is two large, like 10-foot tall, stone doors, carved, much as you've seen previously with the winged eye of Eredin that spans across the two. Though it is clear that it has been poorly maintained throughout the many, many years since the abandonment of this church and the grounds. You can tell that it has been used at least somewhat recently. Kashak, go ahead and give me survival.
Survival. Okay.
Help.
Survival check is a 23.
23. You would say that it's based off of like the patterning and the dust and the wear on the floor from the stone doors opening. You can tell that it has been used probably within the last week, but it is difficult to tell by whom, especially because this guy didn't
Do we
have
see
like
the mechanism
boots.
of how to open it?
And the seer was a relatively large creature, like mechanically, so it would have to open both doors to get through. Are do both doors show evidence of being opened, or just okay? So both of them.
Sorry, what was your question, Emily Grace?
Do we see the mechanism for how to open it?
They've got like basically rings that you can pull the doors open.
I'll roll a stealth check and go ahead and try to open one of them.
Sure.
That is a 30 on the stealth, and he'll try to force open one of them.
I'll roll stealth too, since I'm right next to the doorway.
Go ahead and give me that stealth.
12.
12. Okay.
Jacques like slinking his tail around, making sure he's in the right position, wrapping his hand slowly around the ring, and then he's pushing it open. Bastard just goes, "Is it open?"
Just hear clanking as I walk loudly up to the door.
Come on, come on, come on.
Clang,
With
clang,
your
clang,
lantern.
clang, clang.
Yeah.
You
Oh, yeah,
open
He's like
the
shaking
door.
his lantern in the door. It's like, I can't see anything.
Good point, but I do have the lantern in my hand. In my one hand. My left hand.
Is it on? Is it unhooded?
It's... Not yet. No, it's not. Not yet.
Hooded.
Hooded.
I still have one of my torches in my hand though.
Okay.
So
You open the door without any issue. Kashak, just in pure stealth mode. Some of you don't even realize the door is open until after it has already been opened. Just manages to pry open one of the doors, and you look in with the light of Twinkletoe's torch to see a stone staircase that descends down into darkness.
Down into darkness. Okay.
Down into darkness.
Let's get a move on. We'll go down. We'll get down the staircase.
Molded by it.
who wants to go first? Oh, okay. Kashak's going first.
Yeah,
I'll take the
sure.
lead. Yeah,
Okay.
Oski will step up beside.
no problem with that. Yeah.
These stones, the stone stairs, continue down for a while. You can see that there are, like, braziers along the wall, long since they have been lit. You can see just, like, smoldering ash in the place where a fire should be. And eventually you get, it takes maybe 10, 15 minutes of just walking down these
Oh wow.
stairs.
Okay.
And there's the occasional switchback as you make your way around. You're being careful, checking your corners. Nothing jumps out at you, nothing attacks you, you know, no traps are set off. And after about 15, 20 minutes, you finally get to a place where there appears to have been some kind of collapse or cave-in, because just at a random point, it appears piles of rubble and boulders lie in the path. But you can see light just barely peeking out from beyond.
I have lots of questions.
Sure?
Were we going down the whole time
Yes.
for 15 minutes?
Mhm.
So now we
That's
are
pretty far down.
hundreds and hundreds of feet underground.
Well,
Any sense of what would I guess be like a knowledge dungeoneering?
dungeoneering,
investigation?
yep.
Yeah, like where are we
Give
in
me
the
survival.
city? Yeah.
Give me
And
survival.
also, I'd like to wrap into this like any smells or any change in atmosphere or
Yeah,
anything
any,
that would signal
any
like
change in air movement?
yeah. Ooh, natural 20 for a 32. Kashak is lasered into this exploration.
You were in the Ascendant Court.
Okay.
Not particularly far away from the other Church of Eridan, where you originally went down to the crypts.
Okay.
I will now remind you all that Twinkle Toes Bestie made a note about there being a second entrance into the crypts.
Yeah,
in
this
the
is we're
city's
going back
laboratory.
into the Church of Eridan. Yeah.
Okay.
You would feel like it's probably that. It's
Yeah.
probably,
This is probably the entrance.
yes,
yeah.
this is probably that. Yeah.
The rocks, and sorry to keep dominating this, but
No.
do we feel like they are movable without collapsing the rest of the tunnel and killing us forever? Like, could we clear away the boulders?
You
Can
think so?
Can I take a closer look at these boulders to see if it's an illusion or not?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
That's a good call,
Yeah.
too.
Bastard would definitely cast Detect Magic
26.
around him.
26.
26.
You feel like they're real. Maybe you poke at one, and it's solid. It's there. As far as change in air currents, change in temperature, it is significantly colder.
Yeah.
And you feel a slight breeze. What is it? Blowing out from the rocks? Blowing into the rock? Blowing out from the rocks, right?
Probably.
I
How
don't know
pressure
how air
works.
currents work. And you see like
yeah.
little pinholes of light that are being.
Can I try to
making
look
it
through and see what I can see on the other side?
What did you get on your perception check? 26?
26.
26. It is. You have low light vision?
Just keep
Well, we have a torch on. We have a torch in front of us.
I am holding my
Yes.
torch.
But
Yeah.
to look through to the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It is low light on the other side. So while you can tell that there's light coming from the other side somewhere, you're having trouble distinguishing anything on the other side.
I'm relatively certain that this is the second entrance to the Church of Eridan that we were in before, but certainly when we came in the other way, we met a fair amount of resistance. Maybe if we can figure out a way to get in through this way, we won't meet such enemies, or we can take them by surprise.
Good. Well,
Any assessment of being able to move the rocks, or is that just going to cause a whole litany of other problems?
You can. It would take some effort and probably make some noise. But you.
All right, so then element of surprise we kind of anyway.
and this is like a dead end situation.
Yes.
Without moving the rock. Here.
Without moving the rocks.
Yeah, so I think I think we just gotta move the rocks. I mean,
And Vastro's Detect Magic did anything magical within 30 feet of him ping back? Or is there any magic in the room?
One of the rocks pipes up. Hey guys,
Yeah, right.
That was illusion the whole time.
that was not real, and then slips up.
Hey, that tickles, man.
Woohoo!
Oh, she's taking a nap. What are you doing?
Did you bring Reginald with you?
Yes.
He's here, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's with us.
He's in the
Bring
cauldron.
with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the cauldron's like clanking a shit ton. If we did
Can
that.
the cauldron climb stairs? That's a good question.
Yeah, well, no.
Cauldron goes to the edge of the stairs and then just falls down all 15 minutes of the stairs.
The cauldron caused the rocks to fall.
Cauldron's buried in the middle of it.
Yeah, in the middle of it, just stuck.
You see the cylinder caught under some rocks, just slowly leaking this green fluid. Reginald
I
just
think
calling for help.
Christopher Walken's legs are just like flailing around up in the air.
I guess we didn't address this, but yeah, the cauldron would definitely make a bunch of noise. I think we would just take Reginald with us.
Yeah.
I don't know how we would do that though.
It's only one bulk.
I mean, Kashak could carry him, but my arms are pretty useful. I guess Bastard has the lantern.
You need to make a baby Bjorn for
Why don't
Reginald.
we put the
Can I put him on Sheethra? Can I fasten him to Sheethra's saddle?
You spend some rope to make to put Reginald
100%.
on Sheether's back.
100%.
Yeah.
Reginald is now riding Sheethra as a mount,
Yeah.
for sure.
God.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sheethra is Reginald's keeper.
Forward, noble steed.
Yeah, because she can like obey commands from not just me. Like if people give her commands and she's like, she'll probably like check with me first, but like it's usually pretty cool.
Don't make
I would just be concerned that Reginald's gonna like get damaged if he just put into combat. So he's here with us. I guess then Kashak would like pull the group and would turn around and just say, well, there seems to be risks with entering through this direction. Moving the boulders, making more noise than we might be worth doing, or turning around and going back into the church the regular way that we saw before. There's something to be said for a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, so we could be surprised by more heinous things this direction.
Wait, where are the bushes?
No, Oski, it's
Not an appropriate question.
it's something that we learned about in when I came here. It's a metaphor. It's something that you're not supposed to know the real meaning of, but there could be three nightmares behind this rocks. There could be three of those horrifying creatures, or anything we don't know. So what is it?
Four meats.
Let me talk to the stones for a bit and see if I can convince them to move.
Wait, what?
Kashak turns to Reginald. Is like, I feel like I've lost the troops. I feel like we've lost direction. We're going mad in the caverns.
Ah, yes, cave sickness. I've seen it many a time.
Does anybody have any strong feelings about going either way? Moving the rock sounds like an ordeal. That sounds like a problem.
Oski
we're
gets
here.
close. Like, does Oski feel like he could lift one of these pretty easily, or like
Lifting
spend time?
might be a little difficult.
Well, like get
but, like,
through it.
Maneuver. Yeah, it would take a little bit of time and a little bit of probably like, I don't know, a skill check or two, but yeah.
Shock's more about the noise and other. I mean, like cave-ins. Like if you move a cave-in, the rest of the cave sometimes comes in. Like we could bury ourselves alive in here.
Survival check?
So
Yeah. That's
do
a survival check. That sounds like a survival check.
I thought I rolled that already, but I can roll it again to double check that.
This is probably something different.
The structural integrity of the cave as it stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Can I roll
I
a
think
survival
Oski-
to see if I can figure out what caused this cave-in?
Sure.
Okay.
I got a 17 for you on the survival for assessing the tunnel and rock stability.
23 for the cause.
Between the two of you checking out various aspects of the cave-in, as you're looking closer at it, you begin to realize that it's less like a tunnel collapsing and more like somebody blew the entrance somehow.
oh,
Then we're chilling. Okay, cool.
So somebody did something to the stonework at what was probably the entrance or the exit of this tunnel to block it off, as opposed to it being a natural cave-in.
Twinkletoes, with your years of survival experience that you've accrued over many a hard journey across the land, it seems that we've come to the same conclusion. This is not something that could pose as a danger to us, and if we clear the rocks away, sure we'll make some noise, but we can get into the tunnel this way.
Good.
Oski starts trying to lift the rocks.
Same with
Yes.
Beth.
Yeah.
All of the years of survival training that
Yes.
I have had.
In the legs of Minion.
All of the many 0 years
Yes.
of that. Yes.
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 Yeah, I'll start moving rocks too.
Athletics, if you wouldn't mind.
All right.
It's a good thing I trained out of athletics assurance.
25.
23.
21.
30.
30.
Oh!
30 plus 15,
Oh.
baby.
In a spell strike shocking grasp
Damn.
these rocks out of the way?
Now you're just gonna punch him in
I
the
like
face.
Beefy boy.
Um,
Up until Bastra, though, Twinkletoes had rolled the highest. I just want to point that out.
He just came in with the gigantic 30.
yeah, with excuse me, with 3 successes and a critical success from Bastro, it takes you about 5 minutes. Combination of like wedging out rocks with maybe like a sword or something, or whatever kind of crowbar. Like, actually, do you have any crowbars? Maybe.
No, that's the other.
That's the other
That's
one. I was
the
like,
other
I feel like I just gave out crowbars.
Crowbar, yeah.
With that, with whatever kind of simple tools you can fashion, you're able to maneuver the rocks out of the way. It takes about 5 minutes of concerted effort from everybody. And you are met.
The Doulahan.
Well met.
Something interesting. Give me one moment as I reveal on Roll20.
I think the stream is not quite on the map also. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but
Correct. They are
Okay.
not. I moved them off.
get him out of here. They don't have to see that.
Yeah. Do. Throw the players on the right map. Yay. Okay. You are. It is a large map, so you might have to zoom out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There we
Oh,
go.
I see it. Yeah. Oh, this is a very large map. All right.
So, you all make your way through this rubble. I'll actually reposition Sheathra here. Kind of like come out of this pseudo-collapsed tunnel here to your east. Oh, that's
We came in from right to left on the map.
correct.
Sheether would have been trailing us then, so she would have that would have been a right space originally, I think.
Yes. I just wanted to actually do this.
Oh,
so you
like
could see
do that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You notice a couple things. One is immediately there is a door to your south. 2, there appears to be a small pathway of some variety that leads down to your north. And to your west are 2, technically maybe 3 hallways, depending on how you look at it. One to the north that is apparently blocked by a portcullis. One to the south, and then to the west directly is a branching path. Let's see, the doorway to the south, yeah, right, northern tunnel, contrast roughly, yep. Just making sure I didn't miss anything.
And we've already made like a shitload of noise with these rocks, right?
Yeah.
Some noise, yes.
Okay.
Fixed to the wall between the makeshift tunnel that's here. Let me ping. Thank you. The makeshift tunnel that's there, and the portcullis. There is a plain brass box right about here. It's about 2 feet square, 1 foot deep, and in the center of it there is a vertical slot. Seems like at some point there would have been a handle for the portcullis here, but that is
taken
not
out.
present.
Twinkletoes, Do you think that you could still make it work even without the handle? Perhaps some sort of magic? I don't know. Like, can you like disable device it basically? Like, can you try to still make it work?
I can try to do a thievery check and see if I can, But
You're the only one trained in thievery, right?
yeah.
I think
Go ahead and
Minos
roll
also are.
thievery for me.
Can
Alright.
Pastor roll perception to see if there's any change in air currents within 30 feet?
Sure.
Got that imprecise scent. 22.
22.
Yeah, and actually, funny enough, Sheethra also has imprecise scent, so if there's any smells,
Smells like mold and mildew.
Smellerinos, okay.
Dust, debris, dirt. As far as change in air currents, no.
There's no like anything vibrating in the air or moving through the air. We sense.
Outside of the 5 of you, not that you sense, no.
What's the DC on that air currents check? Is it level based or is it? I know it's pre-written in the adventure for sure. So
It's an imprecise scent, and I'm assuming I use perception with it.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it just says motion sense allows you to detect nearby motion through vibration.
Oh, you have motion sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not air currents, but is anything moving within
It's
30
like-
feet of me?
Yeah, disrupting the air current.
You have whiskers, basically, is what it's trying to say.
That's the hair.
Yeah.
Hair on
The
Bastar's head.
antenna.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's actually a bunch of antennae.
Nice.
You kind of see it like wriggling around, trying to like
Yeah.
sense
So
something.
gross.
Yeah, gross. Yeah,
It's
don't say that again.
constantly triangulating your positions around.
We've
the
learned
antenna.
that we can leave it there, and we'll
As
never.
he
do that.
holds a lantern made of skin, yeah, it's a great sight.
Yeah, you're a cool dude. Can Kashak take a peek down this this tunnel that is to his?
Do we
Above
think
him.
the tunnel is the same? Because we found something similar to like a tunnel in the other one, and it went to like the great hole beneath the Starstone, right?
Yeah, where those horrible creatures were. You remember that? There was like the other section.
That
was
was different than what I'm talking about.
Oh, I don't think anything goes into that from the temple.
No, we
There's
saw
a hole underneath the Starstone. I think that is probably like the entrance, like the way you see it, and then it like doesn't. I would assume. I don't know.
I got a 29 on my thievery check.
Yeah.
With that, you are able to tell that there is clearly a piece missing here. Furthermore, it seems like a rather intricate mechanical piece that has been removed. So you're not confident that you're able to, like, pick this like a lock. Like, it
Okay.
requires a more complex system to work.
Yeah, can Kashak take a peek down this tunnel to
directly to your
our
north?
right? Yeah.
Sure. Can you show me where you're moving?
Yeah, he'll just kind of step into here and just like take a look around. Kind of like into the hallway a little bit without committing fully. You know, a perception check or just before?
Yeah, get a little bit of that. A little bit of that action right there. You see that the stone like fades into dirt and sand, as if it's been like dug out as it continues on, but it's at a steady decline, just going down.
Okay. Perception to listen if there's anything down the hallway is a 34. Just trying to
34.
hear anything down that hallway.
Down that hallway, no. But you hear the faint sounds of hoofs from somewhere to the west.
Christ, I think
Dude.
it's gonna kill us.
Yep. Oski wants to do just a perception, like peek around the corner from where he is to the left from where I am. So the south, like looking around to the south.
Sure, go ahead and roll me your perception.
Or Dulahan.
Reference is his name. He is a Doulahan. The Doulahan is the
Okay.
kind of creature he is.
Correct.
21 perception.
Good notes.
Whiskey, do you have low light vision?
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Homie seeing in grayscale down this place.
55, 60. Right about now.
Oh, it's just a bit. Oh wait, is this where we were?
That
Is
the
this gonna-
end of that, I think, is the main hallway.
That's yeah. So Oski's gonna we may be quickly approaching where we were previously before we found you, Bastro. I don't know that for sure, but there's a long hallway to the south.
And that's where you fought the giant statues. So you said.
Well, what
Yes.
this
Yeah.
may be where that goes. I don't know that for sure, but there's a chance.
I do think we're in the same like complex. These are
Yeah.
definitely the same tunnels. I
Do
just
you guys
don't
hear
know.
something?
Hoofprints. Hooves clanging on the stone.
You can't hear hoof prints. You can hear like the clip clop of hooves, but you
He's
can't
got a very
hear
visual
print.
auditory
Vis-
sense.
I have
Yeah.
synesthesia.
I have motion sense.
I can smell the imprint of the
I
hooves
can
on the
taste
ground.
colours actually.
Somebody
Kashak.
having a stroke.
Kashak licks the floor. Sounds like footprints.
Oh god.
Yikes. What
It's
are you guys
absolutely
doing?
imperative. It's absolutely imperative that if we are going to fight this Doulahan, this Refreth figure, we fight him and him alone. We cannot deal with multiple combatants. He is a force. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Um,
On top of that, I'm still feeling pretty bad.
bad how?
Like
Like sick? You got a cold or something?
just a bit dizzy, a bit weak, a bit old. I just sort of want to sleep for a bit until I'm not an old lady anymore before we fight this dead knight man.
You want to rest before we explore this anymore?
Maybe.
I think we should just go for it. We're already here.
I think so too.
Okay, fine.
Kashak will check out this door to the left, also to the south, before we do anything else. I can give you a perception check to listen on the other side.
Sure.
And then,
So-
Will, is there anything I can see to the north from the portcullis?
Through the
where I'm
portcullis?
standing also.
I'm glad you asked. Give me 1 second to resolve this first.
23 perception on the door. Sorry.
You hear nothing.
Nothing.
Unlike any of the other doors, all of the large doors that you've come across in this complex have been large stone carved doors. This is a wooden door. It's got like iron banding, but it is a predominantly wooden door. But you listen. You hear nothing.
Perhaps we could hide in this room before we investigate the rest of the Doulahan. Take stock of what we have and what we can do. He's looking for confirmation before he opens the door, but he's going to basically try to open the door right now.
Okay.
I got a 22 on the
Steve.
stealth check for you to open the door. Sorry, keep going.
22 on the stealth check. Oski, you look up to the north. And you see what appears to be a hallway with a set of stairs that go up. And then just barely, you can see the top of another portcullis across the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So find the lever, open both portcullises, go fight the boss. Easy.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, Oski just sort of takes stock of that and turns back to Kashak. It's like, yeah, if that door, if we can get in there, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, he'll open the door.
Okay. So, reveal tool. It's a little bit like that. So,
All these alcoves.
What?
the west and east walls of this long, narrow chamber have been meticulously excavated to create a dozen narrow burial shafts perpendicular to the chamber wall.
Oh.
The walls of each niche are inlaid with large brass plates.
Okay. Sheethra can't fit in this door. Which I'm only now realizing.
You can squeeze.
Can she squeeze in? Okay. Kashak will signal to the group, like, let's take stock in here. Let's hide in here for a second.
Reginald, shall we?
Kashak will shut the door behind us.
Is that Sheethler went all the way down?
I was just filling in.
Okay.
For people to get space. Yeah, I'll do that. Is that the end of the room? At the bottom there?
Let me just... Seems like it curves around to another door. But that is the least of your concerns.
Oh, is it? Uh-oh.
Because as Sheethler gets to right there, several of the brass plates
I knew it.
just come pressing out and clatter to the ground. For anyone who's played Skyrim, you're going to be very familiar with this scene, because crawling out of the burial chambers, 6 Skelly boys. Let's get some combat and get some initiative.
Woo!
Skelly boys.
Skeletons.
Don't like not being a cleric when
And-
there are skellies.
Sheethra is immediately flanked. Sick.
Love that.
Reginald's gonna die.
You know, he has a brain. Oh, they're not zombies. They're skeletons. Not zombies.
All right.
While we're rolling initiative, Kashak will, after having signaled you guys in, he will make a sound to say, there, on the sides, to give you guys Scout's warning for +2 on your initiative roll.
Check those. Initiative.
PT. EG, TT.
Check those.
Oh, sorry. 16.
16. Bassrow.
A solid 31.
Is that all?
My
Oski.
God. 26.
And Kashak.
That is a 22.
22. Well, unsurprisingly, Bastro, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Oh, all right. I guess first action. First action, I am going to cast Shield on myself. Second action, I'm going to enter my Arcane Stance, so you see a bunch of Force energy erupt from Bastro. And third action, I'm going to try to suplex this guy. I'm going to go for a trip. So let's see if I can trip him up. Okay,
Really,
okay.
boy, you tripped him.
That's athletics,
straight
right?
trip.
31.
31 against its...
I think it's 4 DC, but I'll look that up. It
said
is
21?
Reflex DC. Reflex DC, apologies.
21 or 31? You literally
31.
31.
Yeah.
Against Reflex DC. Reflex DC. I forgot how to read 2nd edition stat blocks.
10 plus Reflex save.
That is a critical success.
Oh, let me pull up the trip.
Target falls and lands prone and takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Nice, I'll take that.
Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
That's going to be 4 points of damage. No, you don't add strength or anything, right?
It's just 1d6 flat, yeah. It's it hitting the ground. That's
Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And that will be Bastro's turn.
Very cool. Very cool. That thing is now on the ground. It is... Oski, your turn.
Oski is going to first action go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think he just wants to create some space for everyone else.
Sure.
No, he'll actually end he'll end his movement right there. raise his shield and then enter Everstand stance.
Okay.
That's
Go ahead and
fair.
roll your intimidate.
This
Or-
is not Dread Marshal.
Oh.
Everstand.
I get them mixed up. I still don't know what your character does, but that's fine.
Would you learn his 5 different stances by heart, please?
Well, that's why I'm
Ooh,
glad he
only
isn't.
2.
So I'm glad he isn't planning on taking the wall stance at level 8 or whatever it is.
No.
Um,
2 stances is arguably too many.
Too bad.
the one that lets you do the thing from 5th edition where you can stop people with attacks of
Yeah.
opportunity. Insane.
Sometimes as a GM, you're looking at options your characters can have, and you're just like, please, for the love of God, do not pick that, because that will make
Yeah.
my life so freaking hard.
Yeah, that would be rough. But you don't have attack of opportunity, so it doesn't matter. End of your turn. That is going to be Kashak.
Kashak is going to look past Bastro and hunt the skeleton that is on the left side middle next to Shithra. He's going to select that as his hunted target. He's then going to command Shithra to bite out at that creature.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
That is a hit. Go on, roll damage.
Nice. We're talking about 12 points of piercing damage and 7 points of precision piercing damage.
Okay.
So 19 total if they take the precision.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Does it look like that went through, the precision?
The precision, yes. But
Not
you
all the
notice
piercing.
that the piercing, yeah. Some of her claw. It was a claw or was it a bite?
It's her. She only has a bite attack.
Her bite. Yeah, you notice that her teeth just like slip and slide off of some of the bones.
Okay.
Definitely doing damage and biting in, but these skeletons are also wearing a fair amount of armor. They are covered in chainmail, and there's not much meat under the chainmail.
Right. Right.
So
right.
she's having a tough time.
She will bite again, just with nothing better to do.
Sure.
17.
17 is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Yeah. With Kashak's third action, he's going to draw his bow.
Okay. Drawing of the bow. This creature, right here, will stand up. Trinkletoes, would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I would. I would like to.
Go ahead and
If I
roll
may.
to hit.
I will also take an attack of opportunity.
Whoa!
All right.
That'll
Okay.
that'll be a 33 to hit.
33 is a critical hit.
Yeah.
And
Sit back down.
I rolled a natural 1, so
So that
Not as
negates
good.
Twinkletoes' critical.
It goes down to a regular hit.
Not how it works.
Go
Oh my
ahead and roll
God.
crit damage, yeah.
Okay, that was insane.
But yeah, a little bit.
16 plus 2, 18 points of damage.
What type?
My God.
Piercing. Or is main gouge is versatile, isn't it?
Yeah, so pick.
Splashy.
Nice.
Same deal as Sheethra. You see that your blade is having trouble fully connecting.
I think we're looking for bludge.
Yeah, bludgeoning. I mean, I just don't have that.
Right,
so.
right. If only we had a guy who had like a really big shield,
Or
or
just like a
someone who
heavy
just
object to
punches
hit
the
something
shit
with.
out of people. Yeah. If only we had a couple of those guys.
Yeah.
If only
The
the
woodpecker
woodpecker
crab.
size.
Side?
Size.
Side. Oh, right, it's my turn. All those things just happened on my turn. It stands up and gets absolutely just slashed across the cheek. Will use its second action to swing with its long sword. And yes, I will say they did crawl out of their burial chambers with a shield in one hand and a long sword in the other.
That makes sense.
Naturally.
Yes.
Naturally.
Because when you have Gentle Repose cast on you for hundreds of years, you don't need
You're
to worry
ready to
about,
go.
You don't need
You're
to worry
ready to
about
go.
dropping your weapons.
Yeah.
21 to hit? 21
Who are you
Bastro?
striking? Are you striking
Bastro?
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 Wait, how much?
21?
Nope. Not even close.
Didn't think so. Third
You
action.
got a not even close at him on that one.
That's fine.
You hear that one?
Of all the things in this dungeon, I'm not too worried about the skeletons getting a killing blow. But it will raise its shield because it doesn't like getting slapped in the face. This one, very similar turn. First action will slash out with a longsword.
I'm flat-footed, right? Yeah.
Reflect, which does give flat-footed, but 15 is not going to hit you regardless.
No.
Second action, same as the first, lower, and then third action, raise shield.
Okay.
This one will skeedat and bop over here, and take a longsword swing at Oski. Ooh. 28 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
We got there.
Good blow.
Alright, that is going to be for 11 points of slashing damage as it manages to catch in a slight open area under all that plate. Third action, it will raise its shield. Twinkle Toes.
Okay. So, first things first.
I'm the realist.
He's the realist.
Exactly.
There you go. Yeah, we're there.
I would like to tumble through to the other side of this dude.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me.
Saw that coming, and I was so excited.
It's like Chinese checkers out here.
Yeah.
28.
28 is a regular success.
Cool. Got my panache.
Yep.
I'm now gonna do a precise strike against the one that is currently being flanked by Shithra
Yeah.
FSL.
Hold on, give me 1 second there.
This place is just like overrun with necromantic energy, is what I'm hearing. Like this whole
Seems like
place
it,
is just
yeah.
ruined.
What
yeah.
it seems like.
But we should be expecting this kind of stuff from like every room we go into.
Probably.
Or another action instead of okay. There are 3 attacks of opportunity coming out at you.
Whoa!
Just wanted to make sure before we did that, that Tumble Through does not specify that you don't take attacks of opportunity from it. And since it is a move action, it does provoke attacks of opportunity.
For sure, for sure.
Now your movement won't be stopped unless they crit you.
That is not a thing. It
Don't
only
they
stops.
interrupt the action on the crit?
It only interrupts interact actions. on
Oh,
the
it doesn't stop movement. Okay, gotcha.
which is why the stance from the feet that Haldens can
The
take.
wall stance.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm where you guys were 2 hours ago. I'm here.
That is going to be a 23 to hit on the first one.
Exactly.
That hits exactly. Oh boy. That is going to
Only
be...
because I'm clumsy right now.
I was
Oh,
gonna say.
that would have been the one right in front of Bastro, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
This is for 12 points of slashing. Second one, the middle one, on the wall that is hunted. That is a 32 to hit.
Oh my god.
That's gonna trigger my shield block reaction via Shield Warden because at that point in the movement she would be adjacent to me for me to do that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and get reduce whatever damage by 12 there, Twinkle Toes.
Thank you.
That's really good damage.
Wait, 32 is not a crit, right? It's just a regular
No,
hit.
no,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
regular hit.
Right here, AC 23. Yeah.
Normally 24, but
Yeah.
13 slashing.
points of damage.
Yeah, down to
Oh,
1.
1.
Oh, it's a 1. Sick.
Thank you, Oski.
And the final
As Oski reaches over and clang blocks it with his shield.
final AOO coming out. 26 on that one.
It's
And that is going to be for 11 points of slashing.
oh, that hurt. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're fighting stuff that has attacks of opportunity now. Okay. Good to know.
Great.
Good to know.
I like taking 3 of them in
Yeah.
a row too. It's a good.
Well, hey, now they don't have reactions until the start of their next turn. We're chilling.
And
Like,
now
we
you
can do
know,
whatever we
and
want.
now you know not to move across 3 of them again.
Now we know how to sprint across the room. Cool.
Well, I got
Precise
a
strike.
31 to hit this guy with my precise.
And
strike,
he's flat-footed.
31, even without
Yeah.
the flat-footed, is a critical hit.
Let's go.
So. Hey, yeah. Okay.
So sick.
So this is a precise strike, not a confident finisher. So it's gonna be the 4D.
Okay.
Okay. 7, 9, 10, 12, 20 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, not all of it goes through, but a lot of it does. A lot of it does. It's like
Cool.
a big chunk. You just pierce straight through the chainmail, and you feel cracking of the rib cage as you compress it in. Just like looks down, looks back up with its cold, haunted eye sockets, and just opens its mouth as if it's screaming at you, but nothing is coming out.
It doesn't look that far up. It looks down and then looks a little less down.
Oh, right.
Um,
It's the difference of like 2 degrees in head movement between
At
looking
what
at
point-
its chest and at your face.
At what point in the adventure do you think we will remember first time that Twinkle Toes is tiny?
But her presence,
it's confusing
her presence is
because-
massive.
Every one of us has done it at least once. We've assumed she's like 6'4".
Just because I am.
Right.
Anyway,
People standing right next to Twinkle Toes forget that.
hmm
Yeah, you've got one more action, right?
Third action, I'm gonna parry.
Okay.
Ah, very good. And remind me if I throw any spells at you that you get a bonus on your.
Saving throw,
Saves.
yeah. Spellguard blade, baba.
Oh, tight. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I
Wait,
saw
so is
that.
Reaper's Lancet like old news?
I still have it with me, but right now I'm using my Spellguard blade.
Friendship ended with Reaper's Lancet. Spellguard Blade is my new homie now.
Well, Reaper's Lancet does d6s of damage, whereas Spellguard blade does d4s.
Right, it's
so-
a main gouge. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spellguard Blade is the main gouge is for a swashbuckler, a superior offhand weapon. Spellguard Blade just makes it better.
Right.
Ideally, I would have a dope rapier in one hand and the Spellguard blade in the other, but
Right,
we're not
right.
there yet.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
One day.
Very good. Oh, yeah. It's these guys' turns. This one right here is going to make a longsword attack at Shithra.
Okay.
Didn't see that coming.
21 flat-footed.
Hits.
Hits.
Yeah.
It's going to be 9 points of slashing. Second attack.
Okay.
17.
Misses.
Yes. And then raises shield.
Okay.
This one here. 2 attacks against Oski. First one. 19's not going to hit. Second one. 22.
Miss.
That's a miss by 1, right?
No, what?
No, that's me.
Oh.
Who?
What's your
who do you
flat-footed
think I
AC?
am?
What's your flat-footed AC?
Flat-footed with the curse is 27.
27.
Gross.
Oh. Yeah.
Gross.
I clearly don't know your character. Very good.
And that's with the curse.
This last one will just
I forgot you're the first character to hit 30 in an AC with enough buffs. Yeah.
bop on over there and make an attack against Twinkle Toes with his longsword.
Would that provoke an attack of opportunity from TT if he moved that way?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Ugh. Take it.
2 can play that game.
Aha!
Or in
You
this
stab
case,
me on not your turn, I'll stab you on not my turn.
or in this case, 8 of the combatants in this in this
So
fight.
many people are just like, "Ugh."
22 to hit.
It's almost like first edition. 22 to hit is a hit.
Yeah. That's a nice little. Oh, it's a precise strike, so +3. 11 points of damage.
Very nice. It gets a 30 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits me.
That's going to be 4 max damage, 16 points of slashing.
Ow.
Yikes.
I can't imagine that's very comfortable. On the bright side, Bastard, is your turn. What would you like to do? Top of round 2.
Bastard will free action drop the lantern that he's holding in his left hand. You'll see him first 2 actions. His right fist sets ablaze with fire, and he's going in for a spell strike. Some produce flame cantrip action.
That's so freaking metal. I love that.
Oh, bro. I should say, I guess that'll be that. Before he even lands the attack, he's gonna do some movements where he's trying to go for a feint. So, with that, I rolled a natural 16 plus my deception is a 29.
It's against the will DC.
Yeah.
That is a success.
Ooh, so he's flat-footed to me, which makes this next attack all the more reason to land. Okay.
Sorry, it's against perception DC. Feint is.
Perception DC?
Yeah.
Still a success.
Okay, good. Because I rolled pretty bad. 21.
That hits.
I think it hits.
Against flat-footed.
It hits exactly because it has its shield raised.
Oh, yes. We'll take it. All right, so right off the bat, that's going to be 12 points of damage. And then I add 2d6 plus 4d4. So let's do that math.
What is this character?
Whoa. More detail, please.
Okay, sure. So,
What the hell did you just do?
so my spell strike is I'm casting a spell and also using a melee attack at the
Right.
same time. So if I
Right.
land the melee attack, I land the spell as well. So with the melee attack, I add my strength modifier. Since I'm in my arcane stance, I have the target flat-footed and my other hand is free. So I'm able to do an extra 5 points of damage on top of my strength damage. So that brings it up to 9. And then my spell produce flames adds my spellcasting modifier to the 4d4, so that's plus 3. So that brings it up to 12 base damage, and then I get to roll.
Yeah.
all the
2d6 plus 4d4 plus 12.
Yep.
That's
2d6 from the
insane.
hand wraps
Only
of Mighty
things just
Blow.
went right for you to do that, but that's really, really cool.
So I rolled a 6 and a 4 on the d6, so that's 10. Good rolls.
22.
A 4 and a 4. I'm not even joking. That's
My
amazing.
God.
And then 2 more
30.
d4. 1 and a 1. So
32.
32 points of damage.
Get after it, Bastro.
Uh,
Get after it.
I also punch skeletons into explosion.
Basically a falcon punch of
And the
fire.
punch is dealing
Punched!
the punch is dealing bludgeoning damage, and the
It's dealing
Fire
bludgeoning,
damage.
force, and fire.
bludgeoning
Let's
force and fire.
smash!
That is phenomenal. It has exactly 27 HP left with fire resistance 5.
Oh yes.
You couldn't script it any better.
So you kill it exactly. It just explodes in a just explosion of
Ugh.
bone and ash and burning chain. It's
It's just a little hallway of fire right here next to Bastro.
where there was a big skelly boy, there is now just a big dead boy.
All right, all night.
Bastro.
So you have how many, like 6
I-
actions left or something?
I've one action left.
Okay.
Bastro is going to. I think he's going to. He's gonna refocus his spell strike. So he's gonna take an action to re-exert his magical energy. So he goes back to full force being exerted.
Okay.
Now be my turn.
Wild. Wild. Oski, it is your turn.
All right, first action, he's going to reach his free hand over and put a hand on like the top of Twinkletoes' head because of the height difference, I remembered. And it's going to cast Lay on Hands on Twinkletoes, get 24 HP back and +2 AC
Ooh.
for your whole next round.
That's tasty.
A doe!
Wow.
Let's see. Fear not, Twinkletoes, we've got this. Second action, he's going to, with his shield and Never Stand Stance, just slam this skeleton still in the alcove back from whence it came. And I did check, Lay on Hands will not provoke because it does not have the Manipulate trait.
How did you know that's what I was doing?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I'm not gonna say anything.
It didn't in first edition, so I'd be surprised if it did here with
Yeah.
less attack opportunity things. Cool, yeah.
So I'm going to attack the one in the corner there.
To your left or to your right? Sorry.
To my
Who's
right,
right?
one in the corner. I think I missed. Natural 3, it's a 19.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it, unfortunately.
That's annoying. Third action, raise my shield.
Okay. Next up, Kashak.
So Sheethra, do here.
Could always move her.
I actually can't. She'd have to tumble through. She can't even end in a square at the end. Like, she
Yeah.
cannot go anywhere. So she's going to, I'm gonna use her free action just to bite out at the hunted target. She's going to be ready to be rid of these creatures. She's defending Reginald on her back with her dying breath. So he's in danger. She's going in. Natural 20 for a 33.
That's a critical hit. Go
That's
figure.
why I went first. So we are talking about 30 points of regular piercing damage and 10 points of precision piercing damage.
You hit this one last turn, right?
Mm-hmm. It's my hunted target. Bam!
Just crunches the skeleton, snapping it in half. She found her quote-unquote footing with the bites.
Incredible.
And just snaps the thing in half.
Kashak will then change his hunted target to the other one that was originally flanking Sheethra, the other one in his alcove here. With his first action, he will then... let's take a double shot. Why not?
Ooh.
So we're going to shoot at...
It's gonna get a little bit of cover.
I think everything's going to get cover in this room, like, no matter what I do. So, we're going to shoot at this one, and then the one that Sheethra is flanking with Twinkletoes, the one on the other side of Sheethra there.
Okay.
So this is first strike at that creature. That is a 28 to hit.
Oh yeah, it's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
Cover didn't even matter.
9 points of regular piercing, and then 3 points of precision piercing. I guess I don't need to give you the precision anymore, but there you go.
Okay.
And then second attack at the other creature. Ugh, that's not going to be good. Oh wait, 23?
23 is a hit.
23, nice.
Nice.
That's not gonna be good. Is a hit.
I forgot that double strike is the same MAP. So it's the
Gotcha.
same multiple attack. So I rolled a 9, and then but it was actually pretty good. That is 10 points of piercing damage to this one.
Duly noted.
I
So
wonder
yeah,
if
your
it's down
arrow
there.
connects, but it like skirts around the side.
Yeah.
So you see a little chip in the armor, but most of it seems to be going away somewhere else. End of your turn.
The end of my turn.
Let's see what we can do here. They no longer have their shield raised. Huh. This one will continue to strike out at Oski. 28, which I think will get you.
Yep.
Only 8 points of slashing.
Okay.
Second attack. 23 is not going to get you. And then it raises its shield. Next one up, all the way to the south here, we'll make his 2 long sword attacks at Twinkle Toes. First one, 24.
Miss.
Miss. Second one, lower.
Lay on hands.
Third one,
Oh, lay on hands coming in clutch. That's awesome.
Lay on hands and my parry.
Yeah,
Attacking
that's
together.
beautiful.
will raise
Beautiful.
its shield. Twinkle Toes, it's your turn.
All right. First, I would like to make a confident finisher on the one to my north.
I'm pretty confident you can finish this guy.
Cool. Natural 18 for a 34.
Flat-footed.
Oh,
That's a confident critical.
Oh yes.
We love to see it.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, absolutely love to see it.
Why
Hell
CC
yeah.
when you can just CC?
Okay. So that's gonna be
A few dice.
2d4. Oh no, sorry, 44 plus 66
Love that.
plus 2.
Gross.
Plus two.
Plus
Plus
two.
two.
Okay, so what is that on there? Okay. 1, 4, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 18, 20 points of damage. It's not my best crit.
20?
20.
We love it, though. We love to hear it. Gone!
Shatters, explodes, gone
Yes.
soul.
Does that mean I get my panache back?
Confirmed a crit, right? Don't you get one?
Do
Don't you get
one
panache
for-
when you get
I
when you crit?
don't know how panache works in 2nd edition.
Conflating first edition again. Classic.
It's also like conflating grit from from the gunner.
Yeah.
When you confirm a critical in first edition in Swashbuckle, with Swashbuckle, you get panache back, or you get a point of panache because it's a pool system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you normally only get it from performing your like action or tumble through, and at the GM's discretion. If you do something
Particularly
particularly
heroic.
daring.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tumble through to the other side of this dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
He will take his attack.
Makes sense.
32.
A 32 is gonna hit.
For another max damage, 16.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna. Oh, you moved.
Well,
Yeah,
but it
that's
provoked
probably
from
true.
this square, no?
That's gonna be a will decision.
Yes, I guess.
I mean, if not, I'll just do my champion's reaction. I've got a reaction either way. Just tell me
Yeah,
which
I mean,
one.
pick your reaction.
If I'm
Well,
picking, I'm doing my shield block. So reduce the damage by 12, and spillover goes to the shield also.
It's another.
Okay, so 4.
points.
My acrobatics check was a 25.
Against reflex is a
Yeah.
success.
Okay. Sweet. Got my panache back.
That is pretty sweet.
I'm going to then make a precise strike. Oh! Or do I want to parry? I'm gonna parry.
Okay. This one right here. 2 attacks on Sheether. First attack.
Classic.
32.
That is not a critical hit.
Nice.
16 points of damage.
Yo, you gotta stop.
I've rolled. It's this die that I got. Katsukan.
You better stop.
I've rolled 3 8s on my D8 rolls on this thing in the past
Man.
2 turns.
Don't like it.
Second
Oh.
attack is a natty 2, so that's not going anywhere.
Dick.
And it will raise its shield. This one here, 2 attacks on Oski. Dirty 30.
That hits just barely. Ugh.
10 points of damage.
Oh, pathetic.
At least you're not getting that auto 16 he was rolling before.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, hey, Will, what type of damage is this?
Slashing.
Cool.
Are you resistant?
Yeah.
He's got like resistance 3 or something to it.
Yeah.
From his armor.
Armor proficiency.
The second attack's not gonna hit, so it raises its shield with its third action. So these both, they're, I mean, almost mechanical. They're just swinging, and then hiding behind the shields.
Swing, swing, hide.
Not the brightest bones in the batch. Bastro.
What does Reginald think of all this, by the way, while he's on Sheethra's back being swung at by skeletons? What does he have to say about
The
it?
most exciting thing that's happened to him in the last 100 years.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know because he's pointing directly forward on Sheethra, but Sheethra's head and neck are long enough that she's like reaching around, and he cannot turn to see them, so he's just kind of screaming every time she moves, or there's like a flash of steel that goes across his little narrow viewport.
All right, noted. We have to attach him to Sheethra's head.
Yeah.
And then
that'll make it better.
Put the audible things next to her ears, and then the eyes right above her head.
That'll make it better.
Sheethra is Reginald.
Yeah, we'll just. Can we put Reginald's brain in
Yeah, we're
Sheethra's
just gonna
body?
do a brain transfer.
that's how we have to.
We were looking for a body. Let's make a Sheethra. Why not?
Or you make mech armor for Sheethra that is
Yeah.
powered by Reginald's brain.
I'm here for it. Make Sheethra a 10th level wizard immediately. Start the Kickstarter campaign. Make it happen.
It just turns into a Megazord episode. We've got to collect all 5 brain cylinders to
Exactly.
combine into the ultimate Zord.
Bastard, what do you got,
Bastard,
buddy?
it's your turn.
Astro will run up 5, 10, 15, 20 right there. And you see his right hand kind of like really, really turn ice blue, and then like you see it like frost over with ice. And he's going to come out with a punch. No need to feint because he's got the target flat-footed thanks to Twinkle Toes. Oh my god. Worse than before. 20.
That is a success.
Ha! My gosh.
Blanket.
So that's again plus 12 off the bat. 2d6. A 1 and a 2, so 15 right now.
Are you able to feint for free as part of your spell attack?
Yes, I can.
Insane.
I know. My gosh. Another 2 points of damage, so 17. And 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
You sound upset that you just dealt 21
It
points of damage.
was not the best roll.
Yeah, I heard some low rolls in there, Bastro.
If I did 20 points of damage, that's almost max damage.
The skeleton gets blasted by this bludgeoning frost force punch.
The bones just scatter across my face, and I'm like, it's like the
Oh, and I killed him.
you know, when the water like splashes on the dancing
Yeah.
chair. I don't remember which music video.
Dirty
it is,
dancing.
but yeah,
Yeah.
Except
Emily Grace-
bone shards.
yeah, except for its bones.
It's really funny that you mentioned that, because I need both Basser and Twinkletoes to roll me reflex saves.
What?
Death throws?
Okay.
Why that one?
30.
Natural 20. So, whatever, that's a 32.
Wait, so that was a what from Twinkletoes? 30?
30.
And a what from Basser?
Natural 20, so 32.
Okay, Basser, you don't take any damage.
Neither do I, because I have evasion.
And neither of you take any damage. This one, for some reason, when the glowing orbs that would make up its eye sockets go cold and it begins to fall to the ground, this like swirl of dark electricity just erupts in the chest and turns the bones into shrapnel. It just explodes, and shards of bone just go pelting across those of you who were adjacent, but didn't
explain.
Didn't matter.
I need more context.
Some skeletons have abilities, Jack.
I like to picture the Twinkle Toes trying to do the Dirty Dancing move, and she looks back and is waiting for it to shower over her, and then it just all misses her. Everything goes straight past her, and she's like,
It'll just goes flying over my head while I'm standing there
This skeleton happened to have the explosive death skeleton ability.
cool.
But it didn't matter.
Classic explosive death.
It's your vintage explosive death. You gotta look out for that.
The nice 1980 vintage death.
Yeah.
That was a good year. It was a good year.
It's a great addition.
Good year
Nice
for
woody
vintage death.
aroma to it.
Yeah.
A bit mossy.
What else you got for me, Pastro?
That was all 3 of my actions.
Gonna drain your bonded item and fire off another spell for free? No, that's a different
Different class there, bud.
A notes of decay.
Uh,
Where do you keep going with this?
well,
Well,
yeah. That bastard's turn took 3 years. Oski, it's your turn.
so
Oski
salty.
is going to. Oski's gonna
I was
dash
excited
and
because
dash.
this one had the thing, and then the 2 people for the thing to not matter.
Yeah.
Literally a natural 20 on the roll.
That's funny, then evasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a little sad about it.
Yeah.
I'm hero pointing my roll. I can't roll well on attacks tonight. All right. I think this will hit. That's 24.
That is a hit.
Bashing that guy's
Silly to
skull in.
do it on a skeleton, but wanna get some damage.
Hey, man.
All right. That's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
11 points of bludgeoning. That all goes through.
Oski's going to take a step back and raise his shield.
The skeleton will attack of opportunity.
Wait,
It's a
stepping.
step.
Oh, it's step. That's good because I rolled a natural one anyway.
I mean, no, it was a move.
It wasn't
That
a step.
move. Yeah.
Makes no difference outside of him not having a reaction. Kashak, it's your turn.
Sheethra will bite out at the hunted target next to her.
Please do.
That is... It's an 18. Gross.
Yes. Not gonna do it.
Not
And then
gonna
she's
do
to,
it.
put the shield out and do that thing in every movie where the shield gets caught in her mouth. She's
Yeah.
trying to chomp around the shield, and eventually she breaks away.
Kashak's going to enter his point-blank shot stance to get a little extra damage.
Ooh.
He will then make a Hunter's Aim strike, 2 actions with a +2 bonus to try and ignore some of the cover.
All right.
So here we go.
That was a lot of words.
That was a lot of words. 32 to hit the guy in the concave area.
Just barely not a crit because of the shield.
Damn. Here we go.
Unfortunate. Still a hit though. Still a hit.
That is 22 points of piercing damage.
Boom.
Get
Shattered.
him out of here.
Headshot.
Get him out.
Explodes the skull.
He gone. He out of there.
That
it
rock
takes
has
Kashak
been
like a
headshot.
minute to get this shot really lined up. He's squaring his shoulders, turning his body, making sure his arm is elevated, and he's aiming the shot the whole time that Sheethra's wrestling with that shield. And as soon as her jaws release and this guy's a little bit open, just fires straight into the spine of this creature and it falls apart.
Yeah, it is out of there.
Come on.
Is that the end of your turn, Kashak?
That is it.
Okay, the skeletons 1 through 3 are dead, so it is now Twinkletoes' turn.
All right. I am gonna 5, 10, 15 up in front of this dude. I am going to make a confident finisher slash against him.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna hero point that natty 1.
We take those.
I kid you not, it's a natural 20.
All-time greatest hero point economy.
Just go ahead and roll the
Save us
damage, but
Does this one have like corrosive death, where we're all just now covered in acid for free,
Or level up death.
just for fun, or level up death?
I
where we
love
all-
level up death.
Where we all
you
level
guys
up.
seem mad that my explosive skeleton didn't do anything to you.
Just wanted you to have some fun, you know. You had the cool ability. I hate when cool abilities never get used or fail for some reason. So if you want to cover me in acid, if you want to cover my character in acid, I will let you do it.
Okay, roll a reflex save.
Okay.
If you insist.
How much damage did you do there, Twinkle Toes?
Oh, did you want me to roll it?
I mean,
You just deleted the person, so.
We just didn't want to step on your toes. If you
Yeah.
really wanted to roll it.
I wanted to.
Okay.
I wanted to save everything.
I didn't want to step
time.
on your twinkle personally.
Her sparkle on the other hand.
Anywhere. You can go anywhere. Then there you go. Yeah.
And we'll be taking another week off next week, ladies and gentlemen.
To mourn the loss of Ben.
Here we go.
Here we go. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Here it is. It's coming.
Oh, that's a lot of sixes.
Like to hear that. I'd like
Okay.
to hear that.
Nice.
Alright.
It actually is important because normally your confident criticals are the damage record setters. So.
That's true.
True. Bastards
But
been up there
this
though.
is the main gouge, so I don't know.
Mm.
4,
Astro is the
8,
current damage record.
11,
Yeah.
17, 23, 26, 29, 34, 40 points of damage.
Wow.
With some room
40.
to spare,
Oh!
for sure.
Plus 2.
42.
Points of
2.
damage.
Yeah.
Important.
With plenty of room to spare, you skillfully separate the head of the skeleton from the remainder of its body, and it, apparently not being conducive to that kind of action, crumples to dust before you.
I told you all I could perform an autopsy. That's how you do it, right?
You did more than that, I think, yes.
Yeah, the skeletons are dead. We will go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break. We'll be back here, ladies and gentlemen, at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. Thank you all so much for joining us as we return to the crypts under Absalom. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. We are here with some Undead Slaying action, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just, I mean, I would say murdered, but they're already
Re-murdered.
Remurdered.
So you all swept the floor with some skeletons.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Can we all just appreciate that it looks like EG is eating something super, like, either obscene or secretive?
Our
Brand new
program
secret
has
snacks.
sensors.
Hearing.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like, oh, so secretive.
Now filled with
And I was like, that's hilarious looking.
As
now
the-
stuffed with even more redacted.
Ah, man. The final skeleton clatters to the ground. You all look around for a second before realizing that you are out of combat. What would you like to do?
Search them.
Yeah, perception check around the room and the bodies.
Sure.
I got a 30 for you.
30?
I got a quick, hot 30 for you at the kitchen.
How many gold coins do you get? Any lockpicks?
I mean, maybe the burial shrouds are in the chambers. They might have been buried with some cool stuff.
I got you.
Feels
Dan.
disrespectful.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. These actual.
Oh, it's a Skyrim joke? Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, I never really got into that game. I played like maybe 30
Something.
minutes total.
Yeah. After this is all over, Twinkle Toes you just hear her go, "Oh."
Yeah, the first thing Oski's gonna do is do another casting of Lay on Hands, and he says, Twinkle Toes, I'm sorry. It seems like some of those skeletons tried to put you in a corner. It's not okay.
Yeah, they were a lot more agile than I thought. Nobody puts TT in a corner. Like,
Nice.
thank you.
Sick.
lives to tell the tale.
So 24 HP, and Oski will start refocusing.
All right, I'm good at snare. Thank you.
So, you search through the whole place. Really, it just seems like there were a number of clerics of Eridan who were buried in these crypts, and they are fairly unadorned.
Okay.
The ones that were reanimated through whatever means still had their like chainmail and their shields, and you can see the symbol of Eridan emblazoned on the shield, the various shields and the long swords. But all of the gear they have is very clearly time worn and weathered. You get a total of 10 golds worth of gear off of them.
I think actually Kashak would say, let's it's perhaps best not to disturb the remains of such a powerful deity's worshipped folk, whether he is alive or not. And I think he'll start putting the bodies back with the items into their little shrouds.
Sure. Some of them, obviously, a bit harder than others.
At least the gear, which I think stayed intact.
I
but,
start
yeah.
picking up the bone
Yeah.
pieces and
So-
like trying to put them in piles with the correct like skulls. But you know,
Wiggletos is doing a jigsaw puzzle of the one that exploded.
Exactly. Yeah.
His clavicle or his clavicle?
Neither one fits. What did I buy
Anybody
this?
have a FEMA that matches this one?
I got half a tibia. You looking for half a tibia?
I can do a quarter and that's it. Yeah, you do your best. You kind of get everything
Trying
sort
to be
of back
respectful in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
while Oski is refocusing. But eventually, you know, Oski, you finish your refocusing. What would you all like to do now?
I feel pretty protected in this room, and at least we can defend ourselves from inside this chamber. Perhaps we take our time to refocus, heal up, rest. Maybe even a long rest if we're so inclined.
I'd be down for that.
But your curse is 24 hours?
Yeah.
We can't wait 24 hours in here.
No, but we can do like 9 hours and like then it'll only be like, you know, 13
How about
hours
7
left.
days? How about 7
How
days?
about 7 days?
Let's try to find a couple potions of remove curse.
I mean, my money's on as much time as it takes to get everybody healed and everybody have focus points, and then ship out. That's where I'm standing.
Yeah.
So like an hour ish.
Sheether's down 30 hit points, 32 hit points. I think.
Anymore, because she has a halo over her head.
Oh my god, and it's like exactly 32 hit points, right? You need to stop
Yeah.
doing this.
Unfortunately, you
You need to stop
accidentally.
seeing the future.
Unfortunately, you accidentally targeted Reginald with that, so the cylinder now has a halo. No, go ahead and get that back to.
Cool.
I'll do one for myself as well. I didn't realize I was not at full hit points when we left the Sears room.
Nice.
But we're good. I didn't even get hit, so
Yeah, we only talked about healing in there for like 20 minutes, but like that's.
Oski's going to heal himself up and then take any additional time to do some quick repair on his shield.
What are you down, Twinkle?
That's
Thank
lay
you.
on hands put me back to.
Oh, so we're chilling. Oh, so it's like
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
cool.
got like 2 mid-battle lay on hands, so
Oh, tight.
I got
Okay.
most of it, I think.
Just one.
I just need 20 minutes
just
to
several,
refocus.
just a couple shield blocks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna call it around 30 minutes for Oski to get both his points back and then repair the shield.
Yeah.
And then let's shove off.
Okay. Where are you shoving towards?
Not to the south. That seems to lead back into the chamber with the statues, and again, I think we should avoid that at all costs. Let's go back out the main door here and perhaps maybe into the tunnel or into the forked road. Does Kashak... I mean, I feel pretty confident that this is the other half of the Doulahan's patrol pattern. Does
I have a
Kashak know
feeling,
that?
But I don't know if that's for sure
'Cause
yet.
we saw the mirrored image of this on the other side. He came up and saw like a forked pattern. I think it's like a big hexagon
Yeah.
based on what I saw on the left and now what I've seen on the right. Does Kashak feel pretty confident in that, or am I assuming?
I'm gonna let you draw your own conclusion on that one.
I think Kashak would know that. I think he would feel pretty comfortable that the Doulahan will, if he has not already, come through here at some point. And so going into the left feels a little bit dangerous. I feel as though going into the sneaky pattern, the hallway on this one, that one is our best bet.
The one
It's been
to our
a
north.
while. It's been
Yeah.
a while since I'm feeling a bit out of it from this, curse and everything I have. Why
Here
are
we go
we here?
again.
Why are we here?
The curse. He's always talking about the curse. It's just curse.
No. I now have 2 curses on me. It's a whole
Curse. All about it. Yeah.
This is Oski asking because Ben doesn't remember. Why are we here? I actually don't remember what the purpose of us exploring this temple
Investigating the skin saw cult.
The skin saw.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just we're just trying to gather information about this cult.
The local guard.
Yeah,
has
to
people who
report
can-
back to sexy dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
ripped muscle.
Captain
McWolf.
Runewolf
Captain
That's what I
Runel.
said.
of the Grey Cloaks. Yep.
Rick Wolf, sex man. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a couple of things, right? One, you are aware of a person by the name of the Skinner, who leads
Yeah.
the Skin Saw cult. They are
Mhm.
apparently down here and connected through some means, presumably through the Seer, to the Copper Hand. Or
And also, Felice might be down here.
yes, so a
Yeah.
group of Grey Cloaks had come down here to follow up on the Skin Saw cult, never reported back. Captain Runewolf is now down a good number of guards, wanted some help from you all, and is promising you, well, first of all, he gave you, what was it, like 150 gold each, or 50 gold each, I think,
Yeah, he paid us a boatload of money.
to even go down there as civilians. And then is promising 4 +1 striking weapons of your choice from his personal stash if you bring back either anyone alive from his group or like a report of what happened.
So we're doing that. That's roughly it. Yeah.
And then also, murder cult.
I don't really have any strong feelings about which way we go. I think if we want to explore the little tunnel, Sure.
Yeah, I
I
think the little
don't feel
tunnel.
like, you know, if we felt like just waiting to see, like, I mean, I don't know, if we feel like the Jurahan is gonna pass by here and then just like after he does, we go the opposite way. I don't know.
Yeah, we do have a couple of different senses, like motion sense and imprecise scent. We could maybe do a little bit of a stakeout and just see if the Doulahan wanders by here. That's not a bad idea, actually.
So, I mean, Kashak wasn't doing anything for that 30 minutes we spent healing. Could we say he had been monitoring the hallway for any kind of noise, and then Shithra's scent ability using that as well?
Sure.
Listening for the Doulahan's patterns, see if anybody has potentially heard us. I mean, Kashak will come up to the door, and then Shithra will be right here.
I also kind of want to check out this southern door too.
I think that just goes to the main hallway, because there was a door in the main hallway to the right.
Twinkle Toes, are you opening the door or are you just percepting it?
I'm just perceiving it.
Okay, go ahead and
I
roll
say just
perception.
open
Kashak, go ahead and roll
Just
perception
do
as
it.
well.
Perception? Okay.
Do it.
You want one from me and Shithra, or just me?
Just you.
Okay.
Shithra's scent doesn't quite reach around the corner.
Okay, gotcha.
23.
23?
23 for me as well, yeah.
So I know what Kashak's looking for. Twinkle Toes, what are you looking for exactly?
A, to see if this door is trapped.
Okay.
B, to see if it looks similar enough to the northern one that I can tell that it leads to the same hallway. Or if it looks like it's like a closet. Or
It
something.
looks almost exactly the same as the
Okay.
northern door in this room. As far as traps, as far as you're aware, it's not trapped.
Then I would like to press my ear up against it and listen
For how long?
until the other
doing
guys
like
are ready.
a full 30 like Kashak
Yeah,
is doing?
just like, you know, chilling there, cross-legged, leaning against the door, my ear up to it.
Kashak, maybe like 10, 15 minutes into this, you do hear the clip clop of hooves on stone.
So we heard it when we were first going into the room, and then about 15 minutes later.
You can tell that it's very, very slow pace, and that it sounds like the sound gets closer to you, and then it kind of just like ambles in the same area
Yeah, wait.
for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then slowly begins to like recede. And maybe you give like a little hand sign to Twinkle Toes, because as it begins to recede from you, Twinkle Toes begins to hear it on the other side of the door here. And then it sounds like it kind of circles and meanders a little bit, and then begins to recede from Twinkle Toes as well. But it's been 30 minutes. Twinkle Toes, the sound, neither of you hear the sound of hooves at this point.
And it was like 10, 15 minutes in that we heard it the first time?
Yeah, give or take.
So maybe we do have enough time to go against its grain. I don't know. I'm really nervous about being anywhere that the Doulahan might be in literally any point in time. I'm
Or you
gonna
could just
lay
kill it.
that out there.
And then you don't have to worry about it.
I'm so
Take it
I'm
out.
so scared of that thing.
What are y'all doing?
Twinkle Toes, what's behind that door?
A brand
think
new
it was-
car.
Ah, a
What?
Doulahan.
I think it's just another door out to the hallway. I heard hooves over here. I think after Kashak did over there, so I think it is making its rounds around this way. That was like 15 minutes ago. So I think it might be coming around again soon. And then maybe once it does, we go off that direction.
Good plan.
Where's
I don't know
Sheethra?
what our plan, so.
Where is Sheethra going to? Is she going to stay here? He's talking to Kashak now. She can't come down to that tunnel, probably, right? Or can she?
The small worked tunnel in here. The one that's carved out of the... Without seeing what it's like further down, I fear I agree. That opening is going to be challenging for her, and then if it doesn't get much wider, then she's going to have a hard time. Perhaps I scope it out a little bit and see what it looks like farther down.
Should I come with you?
If you like.
Alright, let's go.
So he doesn't feel like there's any threats on the other side of the door. I can roll a new perception if you want, but it feels like the dual hand's not here.
Yeah, you feel relatively confident that
Okay.
there's nothing out there.
Stealth check to open the door, and then I'm going to cross over into the hallway across this opening.
Roll stealth.
Stealth. Ooh, natty 19. That's a 34.
Big number.
That's a big number. So he will open the door with that, and then he will stride kind of across the way we came in, and then into the tunnel. He'll come around this way.
Around this.
Yeah.
Twinkle did you roll stealth?
I'm following the leader.
But you're going to follow the expert. Okay, what's your stealth modifier?
12.
Okay, that takes
And
it
this
down
is-
to a 31, but still a 31.
Just the two of you are going, right?
Yeah.
Master is
so-
staying behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, stealthy boy.
Yeah. Puts our stealth at a 31, but it's still pretty solid.
Pathway continues on down.
Schloop doop. I think I see where this is going. And here we go. Big reveal. Doulahan. No, I'm kidding.
Hold
So the
up.
portcullis is irrelevant.
Hold up. It is not irrelevant.
Ooh, portcullis is relevant.
Another Doulahan.
Let me see if I can do this.
Turn the corner for 3 dual hands.
There it is.
Oh,
You
we're
actually don't see that.
under.
You just see a tunnel
Yeah.
that continues on through.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Not very cool.
And it ends in what appears to be a, whereas the rest of the tunnel here is like clearly hand carved, like tunnel down, it ends in what appears to be laid brick wall.
This is the first time we've seen brick, like this type of material, or the same material as the rest of the hall.
It's like the interior wall of the rest of the chambers that you've
Like
been
whole
in so far.
complex. Okay. Okay.
But this tunnel has all been hand chiseled stone, except
so-
for
okay.
the brick that it stops at.
So if we like busted through that wall, we'd be in a room of a regular room of the dungeon, probably.
That agree?
Perception check down the hallway, down the rest of the tunnel.
Sure.
That is a 32.
32.
23.
23. Okay. So. There is nothing in the tunnel itself. But Kashak, you notice that there's just something off about the wall.
It's an illusion.
At the
Not
end of the
real.
tunnel. You can't really tell what from here, but you realize that there's something off about it.
Seek it.
I squeeze through Kashak's legs.
Twinkle-toes, wait. Might not be safe. If they can see through the wall, they're gonna see you. Yeah, do I have to take like another seek perception action to do anything with it or interact with it, or do I have to
I
like
feel
go
like
up and touch it?
you're just a little too far away. That's really what it comes down to.
Hooper. He cautions Twinkle-Toes at first, like really scared, but then he doesn't really deal with magic or potentially weird, funky stuff, and he feels like she has a better handle on it, and so he kind of stares at you when you're like looking first, and after a second he just says, "Okay, all right, go ahead."
Like to make another perception check at this distance?
Sure.
No.
My bow is drawn, by the way. I'm ready to shoot.
Sure.
I'm here.
28.
28. Whereas the rest of the brickwork in the crypts down here have been like hand laid brick, you get closer and you realize that this is a single slab of stone that has been like chiseled to look like it was placed bricks. And you feel like along the edges that it might not actually be connected to the rest of the wall.
False door. What?
Do you think we should report back to the guys now? Before we go further?
We still couldn't get Sheathray in here even if we tried.
Yeah.
I think we go back with as much information as we can.
Go forward?
Can you push the thing open?
Let me try. I push it.
Roll an athletics check for me.
26.
26.
Yo!
You feel an almost concerning amount of give, where you feel like there is definitely movement, where if it was a solid wall there shouldn't be, but it is heavy. It is very, very heavy. You feel like you'd probably need one or two more people to help you push this thing in.
Listen, Kashak, buddy. I am a very, very strong, tiny woman.
We know this to be true.
Yes. Unfortunately, I think I would need like 2 more of me to be able to get this thing to really budge.
If we're gonna be using more people anyway, we might as well get the crew. And Kashak will turn around, and he will go back to the room. He will instruct Sheathra, much to probably Sheathra's chagrin, to stay in this room with Reginald, and he will recruit Oski and Bastra to come in. The tunnel leads to some sort of false wall or false enclosure. We think we can skirt around the Doulahan's observance by going through it into another room. But it requires more force than Twinkle-Toes can apply to open the door.
Yeah, so it must be like really heavy.
Yeah, the heaviest thing that any of us have ever encountered.
Exactly.
Fully made of lead.
Because we all know that I'm macho woman.
Gets their muscles.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm
This
sure
is
we
Jack,
can
this
get it
is
together.
Hammer.
So are we all making the trek back?
You guys come back over.
Yeah, Oski follows. He's very intrigued by this news.
Sure goes too.
We closed the doors behind us as well,
Sure.
so Sheeter's going to stay in there.
Sure. Making your way downtown, walking fast.
Walking fast.
Faces pass, and I'm homebound.
Nice. This is good. Yeah.
Who's,
Yeah, bow's drawn.
Who's pushing
I'm
the
ready
door?
to.
Troll push. If he's able to
Yes.
get next to.
Yeah, how do we push the person in front of us, or how are we?
I think you can kind of stack it so that
Yeah,
Twinkle
I'm
Toes is in the
small.
front.
Yeah.
Bastro is pushing over her, and then Oski, you're like pushing
Yeah,
around
okay.
Bastro.
Okay.
Love it. Oh, it's like a big hug.
Oh,
And Kashak is out of it.
classic.
Be uncomfortable with it anyway.
Everybody go ahead and give me an athletics who is pushing.
Decent roll.
22.
24.
27.
Nice.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. All of you are pushing. Again, this thing is heavy, hundreds of pounds. But you're pushing. And eventually you just get past that point where the center of gravity of this wall begins to shift. And you all feel like rock and debris tumble down on you from above as you push this big slab in, and it just kind of falls forward, boom, crashing in this cavern floor beyond it.
Back up.
I was a little worried about that.
Into a Doulahan council meeting.
Yeah.
You guys are obsessed with these dual hands, huh?
You have encroached upon the meeting of the Doulahan. You will die.
All rise for the meeting of the Dullahan.
La, 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 la. Whoa.
Whoa. What?
Oh,
The
Oh,
walls.
I recognize this.
You read the book too? The walls of this area, while still in a crude style, are made of bright white stone. And the arched cells carved into the chamber are sealed with shiny black granite slabs. One of these slabs is what you all just pushed in. Decorative motifs of crystals, flora, and fauna are carved into the walls throughout. And in the middle of the mausoleum, a dry alabaster fountain stands out amid the catacombs' otherwise pervasive gloom. Delicate carvings of ivory, flowers, and other plants, as well as a series of sentences in elven script, line the sculpture's basin, all centered on a filigree fountainhead that looks to have been obviously tampered with.
Obviously tampered with.
Yes, there seems to be a metal setting for some kind of stone that has been like pried open, and whatever was sitting in the setting is now gone.
Kashak will approach the group after that loud noise, and having seen this scene, up to the left, where that river continues to the south, there are creatures that are hiding. I saw them when we were first in here the first time across a landing. There is something to be dealt with here. What did those look like again? I forget exactly what they were. I kind of blocked them out of memory. They're like horrible tentacled creatures, right?
Oh, is this that? I didn't make that connection. Is this that?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, so you remember when he like a shock rolled in and then went left and went up that tunnel to the west. That's like overhang
And we
into
saw
the
those
cavern.
horrifying looking things.
Yeah.
We're on that level now. If we turned left, we would hit those things, and then we'd be able to see the landing he was on
Okay.
before.
They, for what it's worth, the creatures you were speaking of look like this.
The creatures of which you speak. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that's right.
A
We can try
giant mouth with 4 stumpy legs and multiple tentacles.
If we can try to extract the information from this chamber without enraging those creatures, it might be best.
Astro's gonna be looking at the Elven script.
Yeah, there you go.
Because, fun fact, him being used to be half elf, he still remembers some Elven. So he's able to
Also-
read that.
I also speak Elven, so I'm gonna.
Don't take this from me, okay? Please.
Sorry.
So we're stepping into the room
Wow.
then.
Yeah, you got show me on the map where you guys are going.
Oski
Yeah.
steps in.
Why doesn't everybody give me a perception check while you're here?
Say less. Oh god.
Natural 5, 16.
Ooh, hero point, because why not?
30.
Not that much better. From a 3 to a 6, I got 12.
12.
Yeah, 23
Oh,
for
sorry.
Kashak.
15, not 12. Math is bad.
15, not 12. 30 for Twinkle Toes.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all step up to this fountain, Bastra, you would be the first one to notice something because of your motion sense. But all of you see as you step up and are like bending down to read the inscription around the base of the fountain. A small head of long blonde hair, these piercing emerald eyes, just pops right over the lip of the edge of the other side of the fountain. And then noticing that you're looking at it, they pop right down almost immediately.
In the fountain or on the
How
other
big of a person?
side?
Like,
On the other side of the fountain, it peeked over the edge and then popped back down.
Shock knocks an arrow in his bow and like pulls it back. It's like ready to fire.
Bastra will
do
cast
I recognize
Detect
this
Magic.
person?
You do not recognize the upper half of their face.
Okay.
Oski will call out, says, "Hello, we saw you. Who goes there?" And he's gonna step slowly around the fountain.
And I just want to make this clear. Bastra will have cast Detect Magic, but also enter an Arcane Stance right after casting that. So you kind of see this divine energy emitting from Bastra's person.
There is
Got my
a
Spellguard Blade and parry.
fair amount of magic coming off of the fountain itself. But outside of that, no other magic that you weren't already aware of. Oski, you speak out, "Hello, we saw you." Twinkletoes and Basro and Kashak. As Oski is making his way around the fountain to look around towards the other side, you see the same face just slide out from the wall behind him. And it is a young girl who just says, "Oh, hello," and then fades back into the wall. And that is where we're going to end our session for today.
Nope.
What?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure she's not going to be a problem for us at all.
Okay, Zetsu. Like, ah!
So cool.
Ah!
Got a trickster. So fun.
I'm terrified.
It'll be fine.
I was intrigued and now I'm scared.
Fun, fun, fun. Exciting.
That's the Skinner, I'm sure of it.
It's good to be back, ladies and gents. Good to be back. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll be back here next week to figure out who is tormenting Oski's senses. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you again next time.
See you soon, y'all.